Alright, so we're on day 6 of no nicotine. I think it's day 6. Yeah, it's day 6. Um, Feeling fine. I wouldn't say I'm feeling absolutely amazing, and I also wouldn't say that I'm feeling like shit. So I think that's a win. I got some really bad cravings the last few days. Um, like really wanted to smoke, but like couldn't, obviously. Well, it's the fact that I wanted to, it was making me very irritable that I couldn't. But I really thought about the reason why I quit. And the reason why I've quit the last many times. It's always the same reason. It's, well, there's more than one reason. What the main, the main point, the main reason that I wanted to quit all those times is because nicotine was no longer doing anything for me. Well, I don't know about that. Like I've read the Alan Carr book, but just because the Alan Carr book says what it says doesn't mean it's completely objective. Like there's a lot of truth to it, and I do agree with a lot of it. But I don't think taking the Alan Carr book as gospel is very helpful. Um, but if you've kind of gotten into a situation like me where you've read the book many times and you've disobeyed the law of smoking, as they call it, kind of fucks things up a little bit, or it weakens the positive psychology that they use in that book, and it's not as effective as it used to be. I think the Alan Carr book is just another way of quitting. And if you read the book and you've managed to quit, just never smoke again. Just never use nicotine again. I disobeyed the law of smoking and I relapsed many times. I'd go a few months and then I'd relapse. Oh, I can just read the book again, I'll be fine. See, after a while, it's not as effective when you read it. Which is fine. It's fine. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they say in that book that is definitely true. Like, 100%. I'm not big on the idea that, or I don't really believe anymore that a nicotine doesn't give you pleasure. Well, it's not that it doesn't give you pleasure, but the idea that nicotine gives you nothing. I don't know if that's necessarily true. It has to give something. In the book, he flat out says it gives you absolutely nothing. But then again, you really think about it, and it makes sense that it doesn't provide anything. Because if it did, then why would I want to quit? You know, if it helped me focus and uh, helped my productivity, then why would I want to stop? If it was a very positive aspect of my life and it was a very positive activity that I would do, then why would I want to stop doing it? Yeah, there's the the health side effects, but like minus the health side effects because nobody quits for that reason. Nobody quits smoking because they're worried about their health. If you were worried about your health, then you wouldn't have started. You know, everybody's aware of the bad health effects of these things. I definitely have a lot of brain fog, I won't lie. My sleep's been a bit shit. So I'm just drinking a lot of coffee. But I got like a really intense craving this morning. Forgive me if I'm like not making sense and I'm going off on all these tangents and not finishing like a point on something. My brain isn't all there right now. But this morning I just felt like really down and I was thinking to myself like, oh, I really, really miss that hit of nicotine. Like I miss it. And then I thought to myself like, but I'm free now. There's no nicotine in my body. All that nicotine is gone. I'm no longer addicted to it. There's no physical addiction anymore. I think, like, more or less. I don't have to put it in my body ever again. I'm completely free. There's there's no reason to mope. There's no reason to complain or whine or like be sad about it. Because this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to stop using it. That was the preferred choice. The preferred choice was to not use it, or the preferred choice was to stop. And that's why I've stopped using it. It's not about being addicted to something, it's about preference. It's about the pursuit of happiness. And nicotine no longer makes me happy. And I know that. I know that it no longer makes me happy. I know that it makes me miserable. And it ruins my health. And there's all of these bad side effects. It doesn't give me like an ounce of happiness. Or joy. Or satisfaction. There's nothing satisfying about it. For me. I don't give a shit about you and, it having benefits for you. It doesn't have benefits for me. And that's what this video is about. You can tell that I'm struggling. And yeah, like I'll be real, I am struggling. Well, I'm not really. I'm not. I'm not struggling. Like, I'm not vomiting and, I don't have a fucking fever or any of this crap. That doesn't happen with nicotine. So I'm not struggling and I'm not suffering. I feel absolutely fine. And that's great. And I never have to put nicotine into my body ever again. And that's the truth of it. For some reason, I don't know why, but part of me doesn't want to stop. Part of me wants to go back to it. I think really it's because I didn't necessarily quit on my own terms. I had outside influence uh, telling me that like I should just stop using nicotine, that I shouldn't use any nicotine. I had outside influence, and there was pressure there. Not gonna lie, there was. I'm gonna be honest about that. There was pressure, which maybe that's why I kind of feel like this, because I didn't quit on my own terms. I didn't I did like I can do whatever I want, but yeah, the context is if I do relapse and if I do go back to it, I have to give away $100, 100 USD, and I don't want to fucking do that. So I think I've put myself in this state of deprivation where I feel like I'm depriving myself, even though I'm not depriving myself. I know that, but there was outside influence pressuring me to stop, and I have to I have to have a punishment if I do go back to it. So it's like I don't feel like a person who's quitting on my own terms, and that doesn't feel good. Like I want to be a man who makes my own decisions. So yeah, it's not a good feeling. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me feel a bit fucking powerless. Like I'm not somebody who can make my own decisions. It kind of feels a bit demeaning. And it's not, it has nothing to do with them. It's all to do with myself. I've put myself in this weird kind of spot, so I have to come to terms with it. What am I even talking about? All of this confusion, all of this chatter and bullshit is happening because I long for a piece of fucking plastic with chemicals in it. With a tank inside it and there's chemicals in the tank. Like, and then you inhale all those chemicals into your lungs. Like, I'm longing for that. Or I'm longing for a piece of cotton with a bunch of flavorings and an insecticide and a bunch of sweeteners and shit on it. And I don't want to say that nicotine is the devil or nicotine is this or nicotine is that. Like, I'm, I'd be putting the power into nicotine's hands if I'm saying that. Like, giving it this, this, giving nicotine some sort of form, you know, or a sentience, like it's a conscious sentient being, like nicotine is the devil, or nicotine is evil, or nicotine is cunning. Nicotine isn't. Nicotine isn't sentient. Nicotine isn't fucking alive. Nicotine isn't. You can't talk about nicotine like it's a conscious thing. It's a chemical. It's not alive. There's no life to nicotine. Nicotine isn't aware. Nicotine isn't conscious. Nicotine isn't evil. But yet we put these labels on things. You know? Or we put these characteristics onto these substances. Like junk food is evil. Alcohol is evil. Alcohol destroys lives. Alcohol doesn't destroy lives. Alcohol isn't sentient. It's not alive. Alcohol isn't going around with a fucking gun shooting people. Or the actual name for it, ethanol. It's a poison, which is inside of beer, wine, any kind of alcoholic drink you can think of contains ethanol, which makes you drunk, which intoxicates you. It's a fucking poison, and it's not alive. It's just poisonous. It doesn't destroy lives. You destroy your own life by drinking alcohol. Alcohol isn't destroying you. You're destroying yourself. If we talk about it in that way, then it puts the responsibility into our own hands instead of talking about how powerless we are to something. Like, oh, nicotine is destroying my life. No, it's not. I'm destroying my life. And nicotine has very little to. Nicotine has nothing to do with that. Literally nothing to do with that. But it gives you a sense of. It takes the responsibility off your shoulders to talk about something in a way where you have no control. Like, oh, like I can't help it. I have to smoke weed. Weed is just so addictive. We talk about these drugs like they contain addictiveness. Or we talk about even certain behaviors like they contain addictiveness. Like we just can't help ourselves. And it's not true. Nothing contains addictiveness. Nothing is addictive. It's all fucking bullshit. We've all been fucking brainwashed. Everyone's been brainwashed into believing that things as simple as coffee, as caffeine, are addictive. We've been brainwashed into believing that hard drugs are addictive, like heroin. When they're not. They're not addictive. They don't contain addictiveness. Heroin isn't sentient. It's not alive. It doesn't have control over you when you like put it into your body. It doesn't. It genuinely doesn't. It's the same with every single substance. Yes, there are certain drugs, alcohol and heroin, for example, where the physical withdrawals are terrible. Like when it's leaving your body, it feels fucking terrible. Like a hangover is just mild withdrawal. And dehydration, obviously. But it's the same, yeah, like heroin and alcohol, like when it withdraws from your body, it's just, you poisoned yourself so fucking badly. And that's why you feel the way that you do when it's leaving your body. So you have to go to a fucking clinic and detox. You know, you have to go to the hospital and detox. That doesn't mean these things are addictive. They're just very harmful for you. They're very fucking harmful for you. And they like heroin changes the way your body functions. Or you feel physical pain, you take it, and then you don't feel physical pain. Like, yeah, you're gonna feel kind of sick after you stop using it. Or you're gonna feel very sick after you stop using it. I'm yapping, man. I'm yapping so bad. Genuinely, I hope nobody listens to this shit, because a lot of what I'm saying is probably bullshit. I don't know. I'm just yapping. This is day 6. Day fucking 6.